bring your grapes.
How much is it going to cost me to rent you out, to keep you rent you for like?
You couldn't afford it.
Rent.
Yeah, you could. I'll do it half price.
Will you?
Yeah.
Do you not get buy one, get one free? Brilliant.
Don't get my fan out for nothing.
Do you want to do the introduction?
Go on then, shall I?
Then, let's do it. Let's have a change from my voice.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. If you did just join Mel and Stephanie for that painting now, which was rather interesting. I was there at the beginning, and then I disappeared.
You did? You went to play with the inks?
I did. So thank you so much for joining us. Please make sure to check out your baskets, though. If there is any of you still with that paint in your basket,
there's 7 people.
7 of you.
I know.
We are proper on it now, so just make sure, of course, to check out your baskets. But thank you so much. We're going to be taking you through now the 12 o'clock up until 1 p.m. with an hour of not only tattered lace crafting, we've got new items on the show, and we also have a never seen before price bundle of a brand new club launching alongside a fabulous piece of die cutting equipment, okay? This is an absolute stonking deal that we've got for you. We're going to go into all of the details throughout the show, so hang fire, stay with us. Before we do go into all of that though, just going to quickly let you know how to shop because it's super simple, super easy. You'll find us streaming live on Facebook and Instagram. Those are our 2 shoppable social media platforms. So in the comments section of those videos where everyone's typing hello and good afternoon, that is where you type your shop codes. So for example, to go for your crazy bundle today, to shop for any item, you just type the codes into the comments. So you would type shop machine into the comments, and what happens is it automatically reserves it for you and drops it into your basket. Now, within that process, it's like magic. It automatically sends you a direct message. So you'll see in your inbox a message from Highlight Crafts, and in that message, there will be a link. Now, during the show or after the show, you can go straight to that link and click on it, and it'll redirect you over to the Highlight Crafts website. Now, when you do get to the website, that's when you can then check out your order. But just before you do so, please make sure to, of course, log it into your Highlight Crafts account. With that being said, you will then get additional discounts on every single purchase made whilst logged in. You do get free postage when you spend over £35, okay, well £35 or more. Also as well, you're going to get points that you build up that you can then put against future purchases. And you get loads of exclusive updates. You get to know about products before anybody else. You get loads of the latest gossip and intel in the crafty world of our fabulous products that are coming up for you. So be part of the club. It's free as well. You don't have to pay anything to sign up. It's fabulous and you can cancel it at any point. It's not a subscription. It's brilliant. Also on the website, you can shop with us live. You can shop ahead of all the deals today, which you were doing this morning.
You were.
You can go to the schedule, shop today's deals, and you can get them all in one basket with one postage spend for you, okay, which makes that fabulous. And also, we're actually live on YouTube, so you can join us there. You can watch us on your telly. So you could have you on your telly, and you could also have us on the tablet or the PC, wherever you like to watch, wherever you're going to go, wherever you're going to take us, we can be with you.
Fantastic.
So, all of that out of the way, done and dusted. Make sure to get your comments in. We do have a quiz running throughout the show. I like this one.
Guess the song. Now, I could ruin it and just do 2 movements and you'd all know what it was.
Right,
but we're
okay.
not going to do that. We're going to give you the clues. So, clue number 1, guess the song this is. Clue number 1, the song pays tribute to Hollywood icons like Greta Garbo and Marilyn Monroe. There you go. That's your first clue.
Already giving you clues. That is a big clue.
Dying to do
it. No, trust me, I've got fans out. Can't even.
Guess Andrew. I've got to take it out here. Right, shall we have a look at this machine deal?
I think we need to. Let's go to it.
This is crazy. Right, now then, I'm going to read. I've got my post-it note with my numbers on. You know I like my numbers, don't I?
Proper workings out here.
Because this is ridiculous. Shop machine. Now, in the box, you're going to get your machine, okay? So your Pro Cut machine. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, this is the best die cutting machine that you will ever buy. One, because it's much quieter than a lot of machines. Yes. But secondly, that 5mm plate will not bend. So you're not having to keep replacing your plates every few months, which would drive you crazy. Inside the box, you're going to get your machine. You're also going to get your electrics, so the correct ones for the UK. This is UK only. You get 2 3mm plates. You get 1 5mm plate. You get your embossing mat. You also get your metal shim in there as well, and your magnetic sheet. Now this is, I mean, this deal, I can't get my head around this deal at all, but this is what we're doing. So shop machine, it should be £169. Today, we've brought it down to £85.99. You take your 5% discount off if you're in the first tier. If you're in a top tier, you'll take more discount off because the more you spend with us in the club, the higher you up the tiers and the bigger discount you get. So at 5% discount, it brings it down to £81.69. This is UK only. I know I said that once already, but we do need to stress that. Your points that will go back onto your account is worth £4.08. So that brings it down to £77.61. But here's the thing.
Ooh.
We're launching a die cutting club. That was decided, I think, in my car from driving here to Stephanie's house, which is literally out of here and up a road. That was decided that's what we were doing.
When?
Well, it launches on the 22nd of this month.
There you go.
Stephanie's going to do the first one, and the die cutting one is all about you getting the most out of the dies that you own. So things like your fundamentals, we'll take a circle and do 10 different things with the circle.
There's so much to learn.
Cutting half a die out, cutting half a die in, all those tips and tricks that Stephanie's brought you over the years. We have new crafters joining our community all the time. So for you to be able to sit there and learn from one of the industry leading experts on die cutting. I mean, Stephanie started Tattered Lace and it took the die cutting world by storm. All those little hints, tips and tricks you're going to learn in that club. Now the club normally is $29.99, so Stephanie's doing the first one. David will probably do one, I'll do one, Amanda will probably get involved in this club as well, and you'll get the best out of all of us. So you'll get all of our hints, tips and ideas, because we all do different things with dies, which is great. So you've now got a club membership that is worth $29.99 included in the deal. So you're getting your deal, you're getting a massive discount, you're getting everything that you need to get started, you just add a card. It comes to you in a fabulous box, so if it is a gift, perfect.
Absolutely.
The plates don't bow, that 5mm plate will never bow as long as you keep it on the top, and we'll talk about that more as we go through the show. You're getting your discount off it, you're getting your points off it, you're then getting your club discount, or your club membership, £47.62. £47.62. So if you take all of that off, you are left with that price point. Now, you're not paying £47.62. That's what your machine is costing you when you take everything off, and your discounts, plus your points, etc., etc. That is phenomenal value for money. And the most important thing as a consumer is you will get that 1-year warranty with it. So just make sure that when you're ordering yours today, and there's loads of you with it in baskets already, just make sure you keep your order confirmation, because we'll need that order number. If anything ever goes wrong with it within that guarantee, that warranty, you ring us and we sort it out for you, okay? Which is brilliant. And we give you that guarantee, okay? So here at Highlight Crafts, you buy the Pro Cut from us, you will get that guarantee. Plus, you'll get that ridiculous price. So let me go through for again. $85.99, it's down from $169. That's an £83 saving. £83 saving.
It's half price.
Right?
It's great.
Then you get your discount off that. Then you get your points back. And then you get the die cutting club, which is just phenomenal. Andrew, have we got the club on its own, please? Shop club, and it's $29.99, but you're getting it incled in that.
As well,
do you know what I would be doing? I'm sitting at home, and I'm not saying this flippantly or lightly, but to get that club, I'd get a second machine.
I would 100%. That's exactly what I was going to say.
You're going to have two going at once.
I'd have two going at once. Honestly, I would have two also as well. With a piece of hefty kit like this, it's an engineering platform. It's something that's going to stand with you for all of your crafting. But I would keep one in my craft room and wherever else I like to craft as well.
Absolutely.
I'd have one in my carry case, one that I can take with me, but one that stays in my craft room in its own little space also.
Maybe you have a caravan, you go away at weekends and you want to craft.
Exactly.
Maybe you're in a club.
That's it.
And a few of you want to bundle together.
Ooh.
Can you cut fabric with being asked? Yes, you can, because you get a metal plate in there. I'm going to show you fabric. I've got leather, I've got faux leather, I've got regular cotton poplin, I've got all sorts to show you with this machine.
There's so much.
Because it's just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Now make sure that you're checking out your baskets on this. We're approaching 10% of the stock, and we had a massive stock of this. This price, unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm not going to go into the story as to why we've done it because Stephanie's covered it off twice this morning. But we are doing it for you. Don't care. I wouldn't care. I don't
The thing
care.
is as well,
Honestly,
with the machine,
Sue's buying a second machine.
down to this
I'm not
price,
surprised.
you can spread it, of course, still with your
Yep.
different payment methods.
Yep.
So like if you do PayPal Pay in 3, for example, that's going to take each monthly payment under £30.
Absolutely.
For a die cutting machine. That is crazy. That's something we have never, ever been able to say here before.
Nope.
But we can say it now. Now, I don't know how long, of course, the longevity of this deal. It's going to be against the stock. It really, really is. So please take advantage of this. It's a great deal. And you're getting a club included in this.
And your warranty.
Absolutely. So the club has launched alongside the machine. So for you out there, we launch die cutting collections here periodically. So every week we've always got new dies, new collections, whether they're Flower of the Month, Tattered Robins, Tattered Lace, in the studio, you name it. There's always something new to be explored with dies. As you said, Mel, going right back to basics with fundamentals, all the techniques that you can learn. There's so many things, even creating over-the-edge aspects just with a fundamental, the trickery that you can do with a die, you can do with this, and you're going to get the education.
So what we're not going to do is bring you a collection every month and go, right, to be able to do what we're doing in the club, you need to buy this. That's not how it's going to work. We're going to get you to get all your dies out. So the dies that you love, we're going to reinvigorate. Now, obviously, we won't have the dies that you love unless it's one of our brands, but it's the technique, it's the hints, tips and techniques that you're going to learn, and it's just a brilliant opportunity. And you know what? We didn't even need to include it in that because you'd have bought the Pro Cut at that price anyway. But the fact that we are tells you, A, how committed we are to you as our friends and family at home, and B, we're all about that education, and it's super, super important that we do that for you. So Shop Machine is going to get you the Pro Cut today for $85.99. Then your discount, plus your points and your club. And guess what? No postage.
No postage. No postage at all.
Because it's over £35.
That's fabulous.
Honestly, short of delivering it, plugging it in and die cutting for you, there's not much else we could do about that.
No, I mean, I love this machine so much. When I was actually introduced to the creative world, working within it, not just as a crafter outside as well, is die cutting was such a minefield. There were so many different machines out there. There was ones where the sandwiches were like a patio slab, you know, trying to feed it through. You had to gauge measurements, you had to constantly change shims, play with the depth. With this, it's not about having an immense amount of pressure, it's about having the correct pressure.
Correct.
And there's so many plates out there that will literally look like a snail shell where they're curled up, whereas these, they stay flush and flat. On this as well, just before we do go in, we do have some additional elements on our show, which are brand new for you today.
Oh, yeah, we're shopping for these early this morning.
Oh, I know. Right, okay, so in here, this is your embellishments bundle. These tassels, you're going to get 10 of each. You have got in here your gold and your black tassels.
Were you modelling these yesterday?
No. Has that picture gone out? I don't even know if Jane...
I have no idea, but you were modelling yesterday.
Jane said to me, she went, David, can you grab 2 tassels? I need you upstairs now. I need you to mould them. And I thought, what am I hanging them
something she couldn't give, didn't she?
I don't know. I don't know what I was up for, but it turned into an interesting half an hour. Yeah. So this one here is Shop Embellish.
These are lovely, aren't they?
They're gorgeous.
Absolutely lovely.
So
they've got a sheen to them, and that gold is a really pretty gold. Sometimes you can get a gold and it's a bit yellowy, can't you?
Yeah.
This is a really elegant. And then look at the black. I mean, you couldn't get blacker than that, could you?
No, it's jet black and they're so
beautiful.
Silky. I love as well, with some tassels, of course, they're super springy, but these, look how they flow. Look how soft.
They're gorgeous,
aren't they? The
actual
fabric, I mean, the thread is gorgeous that this is made from. The little handles on there as well. Now, these could be for your card fronts. Of course, we've got the wonderful Eastern-inspired collection on today, which they can work brilliantly with. And also, you're going to get in here your fortune coins to thread through. How cute are these?
These on bookmarks are going to be brilliant, aren't they?
They're brilliant. Inside there, you have got 20 pieces in total. Now, you're going to get all of this. So your tassels, 2 packs, and, of course, your embellishment coins there. $12.99 for that entire kit.
For 40 pieces.
That's crazy.
Brilliant, though. Right, let me do you the second. Guess the song. Clue 1. The song pays tribute to Hollywood icons like Greta Garbo and Marilyn Monroe. I feel like I'm doing me Sahara Pippolini joke again. Clue number 2. This 1990 hit by Madonna is all about striking a pose. There is a third clue. Shall I just do it now? Because you're going to get it, innit? It shares its name with a famous fashion magazine. There you go.
There we go.
Strike a pose.
Basically told you what it is there.
Brilliant. Karen Halbert, this is how my brain works as well, Karen. I love that. Right, so yes, the tassels are very fitting for the show, says Wendy. Absolutely. So Karen Halbert says, just checked out. That's me, shopped out for the month, crying, laughing. Unless there are more new Cadence paints coming out.
Saturday.
Sorry,
Got
Karen.
our lunch Saturday. I'm really sorry.
Karen. Thank you all for a fantastic price and including the new club. You support us, so we support you. That's probably giving me goosebumps.
Oh, that's lovely.
Thank you very, very much. And I would just like to talk to a lady called Pam who messaged this morning to say a big thank you for us keeping her going. We're sending you all our love, darling, keeping you going and making you laugh every day. And you know what? If that's what we can do, brilliant. I have a literal, look at me.
Yeah,
like chicken skin.
absolutely.
Goosebumps. Thank you very much. Right, 10% of the Pro Cut is allocated in people's baskets.
Wow.
You might need to
Oh
demo
my
it.
goodness.
Let's show these fans first.
Absolutely. Now, these, you're going to get a set of 4 of these fans, okay? They're paper fans with the plastic clasps on them. You literally open them up and look at this. There's a little clasp there, a little latch on the bottom that keeps them together. You can, of course, decoupage them. You can decorate them. And you know what? They're wonderful just to have if you're sat in the garden and you need a quick draft.
Honestly.
They're lovely. They're absolutely brilliant. They're really lightweight too.
They do. They are lightweight, but they give you a really good waft. You could do it on your stencil. You could do the weight waft. Waft while you wait. There
Get
you go.
some merch out there.
There's a Channel 4 series if ever I heard it.
Wow. This is Shop Fan. And of course, you can get 4 of these for £9.99. That's a brilliant price. I left it on £2.50 each. That's great.
That is a great.
That's fabulous.
Right. Let's get into this machine
Shop
because
ahead.
honestly, I never say, oh, you could buy another one flippantly, ever. But at this price, seriously, with the club.
Well, when you break it down to £47.62, when you take everything else off, that is essentially what your money's going towards that machine. That's brilliant. I mean, that's fabulous. You can't even go out for a meal for 2 for that.
No, you can't.
And that's gone in half an hour.
I know.
This machine's going to last you, and it's going to stand the test of time. It's going to provide all of those different processes.
It's a fantastic piece of kit. So first of all, it's not lightweight. It absolutely has a weight to it because those rollers are metal inside. You've only got 3 buttons on here. So you've got your on button, so your international symbol for power. You've got your pause and play, and you've got your rewind. So if you're doing smaller dies, you can literally put the plates in, pause it, and bring it back, so you don't have to wait for it to go right the way through. I think it takes about 16 seconds, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like 16 to 18 seconds, I think it is.
We do a limited edition of colourways. This is our fabulous pink. And inside here, there are sensors. So I can put my fingers in here and it's not going to make any difference to the machine. The machine's not going to start going. In the box, you're going to get a 5mm plate. Now, this is one of our 5mm plates. This is by no means the worst one that we've got in this building. Excuse me. And the problem with having a die cutting machine that has, in inverted commas, the most pressure is that what happens when the plastic goes through those rollers is it does that to them. And it's really annoying. And I mean really, really annoying. So, because you have to keep them buying new ones, otherwise eventually your dies will do that too. I can put this on here. Now this has had hundreds, if not thousands of cuts on.
Oh, tons.
And it doesn't matter where I press on that mat at all.
There's no air under it.
There's nothing. It is literally flat as a pancake. Now, as long as you make sure that this is on the top of your sandwich, so your die is cutting into this at the top, it will not bend. So on top of that, you're going to get 2, 3. Yeah, this is what a new one looks like.
Exactly. And it's exactly the same as this.
It is.
There's no difference other than it's been used.
And you know what? Those storage pockets that we've got, you know,
Yes.
the 250.
Yeah.
So the only time you'd need to replace your 5mm plate is if you're cutting speciality cardstock. If you're cutting speciality cardstock, these are brilliant. And so instead of having to just go out and buy a new plate again and again, you know, when this gets scratched, because what happens is the pressure of the rollers mean that the transfer of the cuts can go into speciality card like mirror card and things like that. Putting a sheet of this in between means that it doesn't, which is fabulous. Now these are our pockets. I'm going to talk to you about those in a little while because I want to cut fabric first, because that was the question that we got asked. So your combination for cutting your regular dies is your 3mm plate on the bottom and then your magnetic sheet. Your die goes on with the cutting edge facing up, your card over the top and your 5mm plate, and then you just run it through your die cutting machine. And those plastic wallets also allow you to fill the plate.
Yes, they do. Yeah, you can literally cut them up as well. I cut mine in two.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
as a shim. Now, also in there, you're going to get your embossing mat. So this is your embossing mat. This is also really good if you've got your embossing ball tools. So instead of buying a specialist mat, you can use this as well, which is really cool for your embossing, for your white work. And then on top of that, you're also going to get your metal shim. And your metal shim will need replacing at some point because you can see the dies cut into it. So why a metal shim? So if you imagine a pair of scissors, you get a really good cut because you've got metal on metal. What we need to do to get it to cut fabric is do metal on metal. So you die and your metal shim. So let's cut fabric first of all. Let's just pop that over there. I am going to just ask Amanda, do I take this off for fabric or leave it on with the leave it in?
I'd leave it on, yeah, definitely.
Right, fine. So I'm going to take a piece of leather, proper leather. In fact, I'm going to cut that down a little bit because we might need a bit more of this and we haven't got a lot left.
I find it fascinating.
I love this. Look how soft.
I know, it's gorgeous. I picked it up. It's like puppy's ears on the inside.
When I lived in America, I bought a pair of black boots, just little ankle boots, and they were leather like this.
Really?
And my mum hated them because I literally wouldn't until they dropped off my feet. They were so comfortable.
I'm like that with shoe those.
Absolutely.
I don't buy loads of shoes. I just buy them and wear them until they're no longer wearable.
Until they're no longer wearable.
I just like get comfy.
Right, so let's use a basic die. Now, I'm not saying your really detailed dies are going to cut out with your fabric because they're not, all right?
Like tons of embossed
but
detail.
Small, yes.
Yeah, expect
the
the fabric
ones.
to fray.
Yeah. I wouldn't expect something like, let me just get this out of here, something like that die to cut our fabric, okay?
Yeah.
But
that's expected.
Your simple dies, if you're a quilter, this is going to be perfect.
Or all your outline dies. So if you have got your
Absolutely.
wonderful details, of course, of your flowers, instead of using the detail die on the bleed, you can, of course, just use the outline.
Just use the outline die, right?
Yeah.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's fabulous.
And then we're going to put this one up here. So we'll cut this down a little bit. Carol Lewis has checked out.
Oh, congratulations,
Go on, Carol.
There's loads of you right now sat with the Pro Cut in your baskets as well. Do remember, just to get hold of that bundle, all you need to do is type shop machine into the comments if you are joining us on social media. That price for you today has been brought right down, $85.99. And as well, with all of your discounts and, of course, the club discount taken off as well, and the actual die cutting club being in there, that machine is working down to, of course, a final price of $47.62 when you look at it like that, which is
crazy,
bonkers.
Isn't it?
Now, that price, of course, you can split and spread over different payment methods. Whatever suits you, you can go for those. PayPal Pay 3, you can do ClearPay, you could do Klarna, whatever you want to do, different payment options are available at checkout. So you can spread the cost, enjoy the fun, and get your products without having to spend the full price.
Right, so I've got all three dies on there with all three different fabrics, and you're just going to wheel it in. Now, as soon as you put those plates in, it will hit that sensor that's inside. And that sensor will then take those plates and do the cutting for you. The other great thing about the Pro Cut is if you work on that side of the room and your die cutting machine's over here, you don't have to rugby tackle it and try and catch the plates at the end because they literally just stop.
Yeah, they don't
So
fall
they
out.
literally hold themselves, which is super clever. But again, that 5mm plate. So if you're sick of buying new plates for your die cutting machine, today you need to get yourself a Pro Cut.
Imagine how much you'd spend in extra plates. You'd spend more than $47.62 over a couple of years on plates, wouldn't you? You're getting a whole machine and the plates for it.
I saw somebody a few months ago now, stand on a shopping channel and say it's cheaper to buy one of our smaller die cutting machines than it is to replace the plates.
Wow.
So now you've got this, which is fantastic. So metal shim, look at that.
Wow.
Cotton twill, straight through it. Look how it's
crisp
cut
it
it,
is.
how crisp and clean that edge is. Look at it, it's brilliant. Faux leather. So the answer to your question, can you cut fabric? Absolutely.
Oh, that's
You've got
exquisite.
your fabric in there.
That's
You've
cut like a
also got your
dream.
faux leather in there. Isn't that fantastic? I know we're getting asked about A5 plates.
We are as well. Angela's asked, do you have the A5 plates for the Pro Cut? We do actually, I think on the website, have the 3mm plates. The 3mm ones, but A5 in size we are out of stock of at the moment.
At the moment.
But please do keep check, of course, whilst we're still providing, of course, the replaceables, the elements that you may want for your machines on the website. We're just going to wait for those to be back in stock. Of course, you can always get in touch and email us, and then we'll be able to remind you when they are, but just keep checking for any out of stock items when they do pop in, okay? But we will definitely mention that after the show and put that forward to the team. Also, as well, we've got loads of your testimonials coming in, which is wonderful to see.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Jackie
lot are
Briscoe. She says, how many is too many die cutting machines? I don't think 5 is too many, as 3 of those are baby blues, and now I will have 2 Pro cuts.
How exciting, Jackie, yes. Do you know what? And I was thinking about it, should I say 2, should I not say 2? And I thought, you know what, at that price, I would absolutely be sitting at home and going, you know what, I'm getting the club included.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm getting
it's
a
such
discount
a bonus.
off it. It's mad
You've got lots more to look forward to as well after you've placed that order, because you've got it all to look forward to.
Exactly that.
Adette as well says, and thank you so much for getting in touch, Adette, says, I would definitely recommend the Pro Cut. I have mine on a turntable. Lazy Susan. A Lazy Susan, as I have arthritis in my fingers and wrists, so I don't have to move the machine around too much. The plates are lighter weight than most other brands. Just treat yourself. I'm sure you won't regret it. I did. Brilliant. Fabulous. Thank you so much for getting in touch. It's really, really lovely to hear from you all, and definitely get your testimonials in, because we know so many of you have these machines, but so many of you are now getting an additional one, which is brilliant. I know for a fact we all have them on our desks, but we all also have them at home as well.
I chose
we don't bring it
one.
in and out of work every day. We have one at home. We have one, of course, at work, because, you know, we use it every day.
Right, I'm doing vinyl now.
Oh, vinyl.
Now, I've got a really detailed eye. My vinyl isn't big enough, but I don't care about that. I just want to show you that you can use your vinyl. So when you see me with vinyl on the scan and cut shows, don't think it's just for scan and cut users. Listen to that noise.
Sounds like rain.
If that makes that noise, it means that it's doing its job, so don't panic. It's not the plates cracking, etc., etc. It is literally just cutting through that metal. It's that metal making contact. So let's move these out of the way, and you can see now look at this. This is vinyl, guys. So all we're going to do is wiggle these pieces out. Look how phenomenal that cut is, but that plate is still completely flat. And what I love about having a machine like this is on a Monday, you might want to do some fabric crafting. So you can go ahead and cut your fabric with your Pro Cut. Look at this. Jackie's using the same plates that she had since it launched.
Wow. I mean, so am I actually. I've still got the same plate. The only thing I've replaced is my magnetic sheet inside there. That's literally it. Wendy Corbett as well says, I love my Pro Cut, flat out best machine.
It is, absolutely. Listen, we could have chosen any die cutting machine to use at home, because none of you would have ever known, would you?
No, but absolutely.
We chose to buy the Pro Cut, and we bought it. Yeah. Okay, so we get one given for work, but we buy anything that we want for home. Of course. And this was absolutely phenomenal. I cannot recommend this machine highly enough. If I had to choose one product apart from my scan and cut, maybe some of them. One of my favourite products is the Pro Cut, and I'll tell you why. Because whether we're teaching in academy, whether we're doing one-to-one classes, whether we're on air here, whether we're out at show, whatever we are doing, the Pro Cut will do it for you. And it's fantastic. Look at that. I mean, I'm not going to punch out all the bits, but you can see on the back, can you see even the little bits here? It's cut out with ease.
It's exquisite.
It's just a brilliant cut, and it doesn't let you down. And the most important thing for me, as somebody that's asking you to spend your hard-earned cash on this, is that you will have a 12-month guarantee with Highlight Crafts. So if you buy the machine from us, you will get that guarantee. Not only have we slashed the price for you, you then get your loyalty points. Because when Stephanie said we're doing it at $85.99, I was like, yeah, that's club. She went, no, that's before club.
Yeah.
So if you want to hire the tiers, you're going to get a bigger discount.
Oh, you are?
We're working on tier 1 with 5% discount. So you're going to get that discount. We're then going to give you the points back that you've earned by spending your money on a Pro Cut. And then we're going to introduce the brand new die cutting club. So Shop Club will get you that for $29.99. If you're buying a second Pro Cut, like quite a lot of you sound like you are, you'll get that included in the deal, even if you're buying this for the first time. So not only are we selling you an incredibly good product at a ridiculously good price, you're still getting your discount, you're still getting your points, you're still getting your free shipping, but you're also getting all the education that's going to come with those 3 months of die cutting club.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant deal.
It's an unbelievable offer. I mean, when we say as well, like, this is our favourite, this is that we buy our own, the reason why, of course, it's hard to pick a favourite is because we use the best pieces of equipment for those jobs. So again, the Pro Cut is the best piece of equipment that we have found for die cutting. So of course it's within our top range of favourite products because it does the best. And of course we wouldn't share it with you if it didn't. So, and we test it thoroughly through and through. And do you know what? The cost as well could have been, you know, slightly changed if we bought you plates that would have warped, because then that would have meant you were constantly buying even more plates. But why would we do that? You want to get a product that stands the test of time. You know, like, it's like when light bulbs were first invented, they found that light bulbs could last up to like 20, 30 years. But then they thought, oh wait, no one's going to buy another one. So they made them only last a couple of, well, about 300 hours, if that, sort of, some of them.
Wow.
So you'd go back and buy more. We've given you the plates that stand the test of time, as of course we've had our testimonials in that say I've had my plate since the machine launched and I've never had to buy new ones. That to me shows the true versatility, the pioneering engineering quality that this machine has vigorously been put through and put through its paces. I remember the day when these all first came in and we all had them, and it was an instant, right, we're going to test everything and anything we could think of. Everyone was there getting ideas, putting it all together. Will it do this? Will it do that? And there was never a no.
No. It's honestly,
that was never a no.
I've cut grey board with it. You know, with simple dies, not really detailed dies. Well, this craft card is 300 GSM.
Right.
Right. Now, I'm using a very, 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 very detailed tattered lace die. So I'm going to put it on at a slight angle. And the reason I'm doing that, and you can see I'm putting it in the middle of the plate, the slight angle allows you to, instead of going up to your speed bump with your car face on, if you go slightly, it doesn't jolt as much. That's what we're doing with this. Will you just pass me one of those pockets, David, please? Because I want to show you the difference that these make.
Ooh.
Now, this is a fabulous product. It looks really boring, doesn't it? It's probably the most boring product you'll ever buy, but it's going to save you a fortune. You can get 50 sheets of this for $8.99. Now, I'm using this instead of Cut Tidy. Cut Tidy, you got 5 sheets for $9.99.
Yes.
So you're getting 10 times as many for £1 less.
I mean, the fact, I love them for storage because they are sealed, they're heat sealed at the base as well. And of course, you've got your 2 sealed sides. So they're great for storing stencils in because they're larger than A4 as well. So they're not going to be struggling to fit them in. They're brilliant. And you know what? They don't perish on the first cut as well. You can use them time and time again.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you're going to get 30, 50 cuts plus just from one side of it. I mean, these are brilliant. Don't miss out on those. They're fab.
Please don't. And it's interesting because we had a lady bring one of the Pro Cuts back to us the other week, and we got it working, which was great. But the difference that these made, I mean, this is just extraordinary. Look how it's cut that. Now, there's one little piece there.
Yes.
Just there that is struggling a little bit because it's 300 GSM card. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this and I'm just going to patch it there, and then I'm going to run it through a second time. Now I'll show you the reverse function. So we're going to go through. I can see that patch is just about going through the machine now. You'll hear the motor change sound. And then I'm going to pause it and I'm going to bring it back.
I love that reverse function.
I do too.
That's so unique to the machine.
Absolutely. If you haven't got one of our rotation stations, you're going to sit there and you're doing this all the time, aren't you?
Yeah.
A Lazy Susan is brilliant. Or if you're working against a wall, which mine is at home, mine's up against a wall, I use that reverse function all the time.
Oh, definitely.
Now, just that, look at that. Look at the difference that second cut's made with that sheet.
Look at
that.
that.
So this is the kind of thing that you're going to learn in the club. Plus, lots more. Now, I'm just going to snip that out. Now, this is a really heavyweight craft card. First of all, craft card is always thicker anyway. But here, you've got the craft card and you've got a white backing on it. So you just then work your way through and pop all these pieces out. But the cut is exceptional.
Oh, it is.
Look. Oh, Amanda, you've got your name on a club, love. About time.
Look at this.
About time too. Right, I'm not going to waste my time.
So, of course, as well, your club is featured within the price of that machine, which is an amazing deal. But for those of you at home who are, of course, maybe you've recently, of course, you've got into die cutting, you've got your machine already. So this is where you can also join a brand new club launching here today at 12 o'clock on Highlight Crafts Live Shopping. If you type shop club into the comments now, or quite simply add it to your basket if you've joined us on the website, for just £29.99, you will be joining, of course, the 3-month club with the die cutting process, which is fabulous. That includes for you each month. We're going to release an educational video, and also as well with the clubs, the way that they work is, of course, just before they come out, you will also receive an email with elements that we're sometimes using during the class. So if there's still things you can get hold of, like a die set or a collection, we'll let you know, oh, you can shop for this just before the class launches, and you can get it in your basket. Also, a lot of them are going to be everyday techniques that you've not seen
Yes.
before. So it's going to be about learning all of those processes. And Amanda, Stephanie, Mel, myself included as well, we're going to take you through all of that on a 3-month basis. Also, as well, you get to be part of a fabulous community where you can share your progress. You can share, of course, your inspiration and help others. The Cadence Club, so many of you are looking out for each other.
Yeah.
Because there's so many of you that struggle. And if I've not got to it first, somebody else will go, oh, well, actually, I did this yesterday and I found to do it this way. And it's wonderful to see.
It is,
to be part
absolutely.
of that club.
And I'm going to put this out there. This is like, even if you've got a scan and cut, this deal is worth buying a die cutting machine, because there'll be things that you can do with a die, so very tiny detail, things like that the scan and cut, I mean, the scan and cut needs a 3mm turning point. I know sometimes we get away with smaller sizes, but we shouldn't really try, but we do. But even if, because I have a scan and cut, you know, we all have a scan and cut. Amanda has a scan and cut. David's needs a scan and cut.
I have one by my side all the time, but I need one at home.
Yes, you do.
I'm just working on where I'm going to put it, and I don't really think that's a big issue, to be honest.
Well, we could rice paper it so it fits in with your decor.
Luke just won't see it. I'll colour drench it.
Yeah,
we won't know that it's there.
Absolutely. But what a great time, what a great opportunity to get a Pro Cut, which is, in my opinion, and I'm sure anybody that's used one, we have them in festivals, we have them in our creative space. Any classes that you come to, you will use a Pro Cut. It is a brilliant machine. And it's interesting, isn't it? Because there was a factory bought us this and said, what do you think? And Stephanie was like, I'm not putting another die cutting machine out in an already saturated market unless we can solve the problem of that bending of the plates. So she sent them away. They came back with a different material and 5mm thick. And as long as you keep that on the top, it will not bend. It's brilliant.
That's the beauty of it. And for me, that was the, because if you've got plates that bend, it's not only going to damage the machine in long term, it's also going to damage your dies.
Yeah, and it's
Those
going to
really
cost you a
detailed
fortune.
dies. Some of them can be slightly brittle in some of those areas. You know, you want a machine that's going to take care of them, glide them through with ease. It's going to do it for you. This collection's fabulous. It's had a great deal for us today.
Right.
Now, this one here is Shop Bundle. It's going to get you your Eastern Elements collection from Tattered Lace. It's got a great saving for it as well, because it's also going to give you the artwork, which is Minecraft Studio. Shop Bundle for this one, everybody, it's £49.99. You are saving £44.95.
You can buy that with the savings, right?
This is what we're
buy
talking
that
about.
with the saving on this.
And the rest.
Honestly, it's, and you'll still have change in your pocket, which is great. Right, let's have a look at this then, because we've got a reduction of £44.95 on this.
I mean,
which
that's
is
saving.
crazy.
It's just, honestly.
And you still get your discount, and you
It's
still get your
bonkers.
points. And if after all that, it still comes to over £35, you get your free shipping as well.
You do. And you can still spread the cost. So if you've got your Pro Cut and this collection in your basket today, your monthly payments are still going to be under £40.
Now then, Tranquility, first of all. How beautiful is she? Elegance personified with this die. How stunningly beautiful is she? So you're going to get Tranquility. You're also then going to get Peace.
Isn't she gorgeous?
They're beautiful, aren't they?
So
these dies?
elegant.
They are super, super, super elegant. Then you've also got the couple Blossoming Love in there as well. Then you get these dies, and these are some of my favourite dies that we do.
Honestly,
the scene dies with the wibbly wobbly lines and the pieces that cut out and decoupage up your scene. I mean, literally a few cuts there, a little character in there and a sentiment, and that's your project done. They're beautiful, aren't they? These are all your layers, which is great. So you've got all of this with your blossom and your grasses at the bottom. You've got your little pagoda in the background and all your layers for that. And then look at this die. How beautiful is that? That on a wedding invitation would look exquisite. Just stunningly beautiful. But that's not where it ends. Now that die by itself, this die right here, is $29.99 by itself. So for £20, you're getting those dies. You're getting those dies, and all the artwork is still available for you to download, and those, and that you're not paying for, and this. So here's your MCS. So you've got your Digistamps in here. So if you're into your colouring journey, this is going to be amazing. Sketch. Imagine these on your sketch machine. That would look fabulous. You've then got all your different elements in here broken down for you in those digistamps. Then you've got your reflections, and you've got reverse reflections with this as well, which is great. So you've got all of this, all of these, and your magnolias, all of this beautiful artwork, all of your scenes, A4, A5, landscape and portrait, all of these, and your textures. And this looks like somebody's taken a piece of paper and scrunched it up and then ironed it out again. It's stunning. And we colour pick from the artwork. So it's not a case of rummaging through your cardstock and go, that blue will do. Don't do that. We match it for you and we give you that artwork. Right, I'm going to give you back to David while I get ready for another Pro Cut demo, and then we'll have a proper play.
Right, everybody. Okay, as well, just to let you know as well, the lovely Leslie has just got involved and got in touch. And she shared a lovely comment with us. She's just said, oh my goodness, I have just checked out my second Pro Cut. I am on the highest tier, so although I already have one, it works out that I'm getting this machine for £53 and change after using my collected points too, which includes the die cutting club too.
Good
and
grief.
I used PayPal Pay in 3 to make it even more affordable. It was so good an offer to
You're welcome.
So sorry, Highlight Crafts. Had to take advantage of your offer.
Oh,
no.
Do it.
Do it. No apology needed.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely. So many of you getting involved. Sue as well saying the pockets are brilliant. I use them all the time with my dies. They're a game changer, especially with the older dies. Yes, of course, if you had a die in your stash for maybe 5-10 years, and maybe it's just not giving you that precision cut that you expected, or maybe when it was first purchased, those pockets are going to be a real lifesaver for
brilliant.
you. You go for a 50 pack of those today. It's Shop Pocket, £8.99 is going to get you 50 of these. Of course, they are pockets. They're larger than A4. They're fully sealed. I know Stephanie loves to use these as a painting palette. Put some cardstock inside and you can wipe them clean. But again, if you wanted to, you could also use your heat seal, your soldering iron, and make individual pockets as well. Store your foils, store your rice papers, anything inside here, and stencils. I love them for my 8x8 stencils because they're bigger in size, meaning, of course, I've not got everything tightly compacted, or hole punch it and store them all in a ring binder. Those are Shop Pockets, $8.99 for you. What I am going to share with you now, though, of course, is the monumental deal of the century here today at Highlight Crafts Live Shopping. This is going to give you today your fabulous Pro Cut machine from Kit and Caboodle. So many of you have already been checking out your orders, and thank you so much for doing so, because then that means it's going to be picked and packed and sent out to you today because it's for 1 o'clock. So, Shop Machine today is going to get you the entire Pro Cut kit along with a brand new die cutting club. Now, this should be £169, okay? That's the price that this machine should be outside of the club. That's what this should be, what you're seeing here. We've brought it down for you to an incredible price of £85.99. With your first tier of being a club member, discount taken off, that brings it to £81.69. Unbelievable, I know. It gets better though, doesn't end there. Also as well, you're going to accrue points and build up those points through this purchase, which will then be added to your account in about 2 weeks' time, 10 days to 2 weeks, which equate to around about £4.08, which is another bonus which you can then put towards something else in the future. But then breaking that down as well, take off the value of that club, which is £29.99. So you're after one of these, Mel.
I've just spent 20 minutes looking for that. Oh, I haven't. 20 seconds. 10
Did everyone just see that?
I'm like, where's this
20,
gone?
have I been studying for 20 minutes? Oh my gosh.
No, but look, I'm like, where have I put it? I thought I was completely lost the plot. Kind of.
I don't remember taking it. If you watch the show back, it never happened.
Yeah, it did.
Never happened.
No,
Andrew, do you know how to edit a show?
Right,
okay, so.
Not having it.
Thanks, Andrew. He's going to cut that bit out. So £29.99 is the price for your club. Take all of that off. Take all of that off your machine. It works out at £47.62 for you today, because, of course, that is on its own. That's brilliant. So the clubs are supposed to be starting here in May. Is it the
22nd?
22nd of May. It will be starting here. So of course, when you're signed up to the club and you've checked out your purchase, you will get a designated direct email in which, of course, you can email the team your favorite questions and, of course, your frequently asked questions and no tos, okay? You'll get that instant response and, of course, that aftercare as well, being part of the club. But also it means you get monthly education. So on each month, we're going to share with you tutorials, videos on how to work with your dies and get the best use out of them. So that could be creating new card shapes, creating techniques, embossing folders, embossing with stencils, creating, of course, over the edge concepts. There's so much to be explored within the die cutting world. We've shared dies with you. Stephanie has shared dies with you now for well over, 10, 15 years? There's so much to be enjoyed with this. there's all of those years of knowledge to be shared, and we're going to encapsulate it all in a club for you. Shop Machine, get this one today. It comes with all of the plates, everything that you need to create exactly what you see, and the club as well. And of course, as it always works here, the sooner that you check out at home, the sooner that we can post it, because of course, as soon as your order is placed, the team get cracking and pick and pack it for you. And of course, if it is placed before 1 p.m. today, we do endeavour to get it picked and packed and shipped on the same day for you. So that's something well worth to bear in mind, because we are on again after this hour at 1 o'clock right through till 2 p.m. So during that time period would be a great opportunity for all of you at home to go straight in those links in your messages and go to the website and check out those orders.
And I'm going to be really naughty now, because the money that you're saving on your Pro Cut, we have got some non-shed glitter card that is perfect for your scan and cut on in the next hour. So make sure that you join us for that, please. Right, I've just taken one of these normal stencils.
Oh, look at that.
And I've put it through with our vellum. Now our vellum parchment, whatever you look at that, how beautiful is that? Now our weight of this is 280, and you can't wet it because it's a plastic. So I've literally run it through with the rubber mat. Let me show you how I did it, because it's super easy, but it gives you that precision of that emboss. So if you are going for your tassels and your coins and you are making your bookmarks, this is going to be perfect.
Absolutely.
Also, we have these stencils on the show for you as well. These are the ones we used in our festival, aren't they?
They are indeed.
And they're fabulous, and they're brilliant with your foil pen.
Oh,
So
these
if
are
you've got
wonderful
your foil
stencils.
pen, they're brilliant. Right, so combination, C-plate, 3mm plate on the bottom, magnetic shim on top, stencil, parchment or vellum or whatever you're doing with it on top, and then your rubber mat on top, because the rubber mat is going to push the vellum through the stencil. Okay, if you think about it like that as you build your sandwich, and then your plate on top of that. Did Andrew just say $7.99 for all four?
Absolutely. You'll see the details on your screen right now. The graphics are there displayed for you. Shop bookmark. I know. For 4 of them, and these are huge, okay? So they are, of course, a full bookmark size. You could do so many different techniques, multiple ones through on an embossing, make a concertina card. As you said, great with, of course, your foil pen. Cut with the same Mylar from Craftmaster. $7.99 for 4 of these, all different designs. You're not getting 4 of the same. These are what were featured, of course, within our club, and they look brilliant.
Now look how fabulous this is. It even puts a little bit of that white work in for you. Look at that. Now that's on a really dense sheet of parchment. So you've got that side, but you've also got that side. How wonderful is that? So whether you're doing fabric crafting, whether you're into your mixed media and you're cutting out grey board, whether you're doing your card making, whatever craft you do, if it involves cutting with a die, this machine will blow your mind. It is brilliant. And I've used loads of different die cutting machines over the years. And it's really interesting, because when we go out and about at the shows, if I demonstrate this, people are going, yeah, but how long do your plates last? And I'm like, what do you mean? Well, how long before they do that? The 5mm plate does not bend as long as you keep it on top. So there's nothing worse, is there, than getting that brown envelope through the post, because you know you've got to pay something to keep your household running, which is really annoying, but you have to. This, honestly, the saving that you've got on this is phenomenal. It is absolutely, even if you've got another die cutting machine, it's worth getting one of these while we've got it on that deal, because you get everything in it. You get your 2mm, 3mm plates, you get your 5mm plate, you get your magnetic sheet, you get your rubber mat, you get your metal shim, so that you can do all those amazing things that we do with our die cutting machine. Plus, you also get your 1-year warranty, plus you get our backup and you get our education, because we're throwing in that club for you as well that's worth $29.99. So not only have we knocked 160 odd pounds,
87,
over £80 worth off, but we're also including education for you. We didn't need to do that at all.
That's
£84 you're saving.
The Pro Cut, you know, we here at Highlight Crafts, of course, within our live shopping, we have fabulous suppliers coming in as well. Like Jamie Rogers, Sarah Funky Fossil, so many big names coming here that you know so well within the industry. They have them since been here, used the machine and placed an order and purchased one. Jamie Rogers, I think, got 2 of those. And of course, I think even Sarah from Funky Fossil came through and got one as well. You're seeing, of course, people that have used die cutting machines for years now transitioning over. And I think as well, it really does show true perseverance and quality. It's like Cadence. Stephanie has worked with paint within her entire crafting career. It takes one brand for you to see the potential and see the difference. And of course you go, right, okay, this is different. This is something I have never experienced. And then you stay loyal to them because they provided what you want.
And hand on heart, and Jamie will tell you this himself next time he's in. He's got 5 of them now.
5?
And it didn't come to us. No, 5. It didn't come to us and say, right, I'm in the industry. Can you do me a discount? He bought them on our website without telling us. I know, right? And I was like, oh wow. For a professional in the industry with Jamie's calibre and experience to trust a machine like this for him and his customers is absolutely phenomenal. It tells you everything you need to do. Because you can sit there and go, well, it's all right for you saying that, Mel and David, but you work for the company. Yes, we do. But you'll also know, and Stephanie's done that, I've done this a few times over the years. Stephanie's gone, right, we've got this product. Yeah, it's good. There was one product in particular that they'd ordered, Crate and Craft had ordered 5,000 units of it, and it was the old Crate and Craft.
Oh, I see.
And I tested it and I went, it doesn't work. And they cancelled the order.
This is it.
That's the thing. I will never sell you anything that I wouldn't buy myself. I am one of those people that if I'm asking you to spend a considered purchase or any kind of money that you've earned on a product, I want you to know that it's the best that it can be. Hand on heart, you could put all the die cutting machines in the world in front of me. This is the one that I would choose. And this is the one that you're choosing to choose. Now, we had a big stock of these, but we've got a lot of you buying it again today.
Yeah.
Whether you bought one and you're getting a second one, or whether you're buying one for the first time, whether you're sick of spending that money on plates all the time, there's people on the website buying it. It is super busy, and I am not surprised at that price. It will be on the next show as well, so if you want to have a think about it. I just want to show you grey board.
Oh, please.
Now, this is, now I'm going to use a basic die. This is 1 mil thick.
Even Andrew gasped.
This is thick grey board. So I'm going to use my metal shim. Okay, so I'm going to add my metal shim in. And I'm going to put this on top. Andrew says, how on earth have I got grey board? Well, that's because I've got a scan and cut bag that has all the different stuff in that you can cut on the machine.
Oh.
You can hear it, listen. When it's cut through that, you'll hear it change the sound. Listen.
Ooh.
There, you hear it? So it works a little bit harder. The motor in here means that it's not going like that and straining. It literally just deals with what you want it to deal with. And I love the fact that you get everything you need in it. Now you can see there, this is really thick grey board. This is 1 millimetre thick. So this is much thicker. It's cut that like a steel rule die would.
It has.
Right?
It is literally taking it straight out. It's not
And
frayed
that, my
at all.
friends, is with a thin metal die. Now look at the cutting edge on that. The cutting edge is nowhere near 1 mil thick on that. Nowhere near, which is why when you've got your die inside it, you think, oh, that hasn't cut. It has. It's just higher than the die.
And you know what? For the
Using
price,
that metal shim makes such a difference, and it's included in the box. That's
all those
brilliant.
stencils. Think of all them stencils you've collected from us here at Highlight Crafts, or from
Absolutely.
all brands. They are now all embossing folders
Exciting.
for you to use in your Pro Cut. Because of course, if you do have a scan and cut and you're thinking, well, I make stencils, you can make them there on your scan and cut, then turn them into an embossing folder with your die cutting machine. So now the two are working in tandem together for one project, which I think is just the match made in heaven that you absolutely have to have in your stash. Of course, this has been the show where we've really sort of showcased with you an unbelievable deal. So many of you are in the comments as well saying you actually cannot believe how brilliant this deal is.
Right.
We are all with you on that because
Absolutely.
it is amazing. Thank you so much
I am
to the team.
considering getting a second one.
I said the same just before into the show, and I was like, why am I not? I'm on the wrong side of the counter.
I know, again. Right.
This is happening.
Every time. Well, we've got plenty of stock, but we've got a big stock, but it is flying out. So if you want it, you need to be quick.
Absolutely. Do remember, everybody, it is Shop Machine. That is the code that you are after. That's the one you're looking for to get this machine, this bundle into your basket today. Get it checked out. We're about to strike 1 o'clock, which means get them checked out beforehand. We'll be back in a few minutes' time with another show, but you're going to get that club included. It's also the launch of that die cutting club. You've been asking for it. Get your questions in as well. We want to hear from you. What do you want to see? What do you want to learn in the club? Yep. Is there something that you're struggling with?
Brilliant. Right. What did you say, Andrew?
Oh.
I knew that was going to come up as a question. I was just about to answer it. So for your 3D embossing folders, it's your 2 3mm plates. Now, it depends where you're buying them from. I'm going to put that out there.
Absolutely.
If they're a reputable brand, 2 3mm plates will probably work. Other than that, you might need to use a 1 3mm plate or just put your embossing folder in.
Absolutely.
So you'll have to work that out because everybody's a different. So I know Sarah from Funky Fossil who comes in, her 2 3mm plates, so one underneath embossing folder and one on top, work perfectly. So for most of them, that will work. But again, that will be something that we will cover in the clubs as well.
Yeah, of course.
But it depends where you're buying them from.
Yeah, some will need a rubber mat, some you won't, some might want your magnetic mat,
Absolutely.
some you might want a shim of paper in there.
Correct.
There's loads of different ways,
Depends
but
if
you'll
it's a
find
3D
it.
or a regular one. Tracy
Right.
Stewart is our winner. I'm going to
Congratulations,
spin the
Tracy.
wheel. Can I
Go
spin
for it. Yeah, let's spin it. Do-do-do-do. Amanda will have to tell us what number it is. Oh, it's a long spin. 450 points. Put that towards your Pro Cut.
Brilliant.
Congratulations, Tracy, and thank you everybody so much for getting involved and staying with us for this hour.
That.
Don't go anywhere though. Check out your baskets. We're going to be back with you in a few minutes' time.
And you know what? While this is on that deal, you need to be checking out that baskets because people are going to come home from work and go, "What?"
I know.
I know.
What's happened at Highlight Crafts today? I know.
Right, shall we go next door?
Yeah, should we do
Should we go through the wall or shall we choose the traditional way and go through the door?
Should we go with the door?
Yeah, we'll go with the door. Might be a bit less messy. We'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye.